Hey, good morning, all. Welcome to your first day of Garmager class. So listen, I just want to hit some things real quickly, and that is this. I'm only teaching your lecture part of this course, okay? So it's just a 3-day course, you guys. Another chef will be instructing you in your lab when you get back, okay? Now, next thing, I want to get this real clear. There's a homework on day 1. There's homework on day 2, homework on day 3. Make sure you understand that. It doesn't matter what the homework is labeled in that day, right? It doesn't matter if it's homework 3, homework 4, or 5 that's labeled in that day 1 or day 2. That's the homework that you have to do for that day. So remember, this course has been condensed. So you will do homework 4 and 5 in day 1, 2, and 3. So don't let that fool you. Whatever day the platform is, you do whatever homework assignments, no matter what they're labeled, you do them for that day. We good? Okay, great. Next thing is this, real quickly. So we're going into Garmager, and as you know from our history of the kitchen that we went over with you in a previous class, right? So we started with Monsieur Boulanger, we went to Chef Karim, we went to Chef Escoffier, right? Well, if you remember Escoffier, he simplified the kitchen and made stations, right? The saucier station, the rotisserie station, the patisserie, right? All those different stations. And also one of the stations that was created was called the Garmager, which means the cold side, guys. Not only that, just cold, but it was curing food, smoking foods, that type of deal, okay? So here you're going to get, in this particular class, you guys, it's a pretty decent class. You're going to, I know you make gravlax, which is a cured salmon, just with salt. I know you got to cure bacon. I know that you make sausage, bratwurst, Italian sausage, breakfast sausage. You make all this stuff from scratch, guys. So then you learn your salads, cold soups, and all that type of stuff. So it's really interesting. And also, some of you guys still trying to figure out where your place is in the kitchen. As you get this education, you might decide, hey, a larger operation have Garmager managers, So think about that. That's actually a position in some organizations, not in smaller ones, of course, but that's something to think about, okay? So watch this. Since we're talking about the cold side, especially with salads, because that's one of the first topics you're going to cover. So there's different types of salads, okay? So you have your appetizer salads, there's accompaniment salads, there's main course salads, there's dessert salads. Yeah. These are all different types of salads. So when we say we want a salad, that could be that. I mean, there's bound salads. Well, what's that, chef? Just like chicken salad. We're going to call that a bound salad because the mayo binds it and keeps it together, right? Potato salad, stuff like that, egg salad. Those are all bound salads. Composed salads are, Cobb salads, all types, guys, fruit salads. So listen, you would pick that up in this course because you have to make that as well. Make different salad dressings, vinaigrettes, that type of deal, okay? So not only that, then you're going to move into the curing of some stuff. And I think one of the first days you guys go in, you guys will start curing bacon. That turns out pretty good. Previously, it's been like salty as heck, but I guess each class we're getting better at it, and actually it's becoming palatable. So it's a work in progress with the bacon. But it comes out good. I think that we do a maple bacon that you guys would do, and there's a presentation done where you present your stuff, and that's cool. Any of you, when you see me, ask me, I'll show you some pictures of a previous class there at school, some of their stuff they produced, if you want to see it, okay? So you're going to make terrines, which is vegetable terrines, and just good stuff, guys. Okay, so listen, here's the deal. This was all, since we're talking about cold side, let me just give you a little history, and I'm going to get out your way, okay? So listen, think about this. Prior to refrigeration, right? Prior to refrigerators and stuff like that being invented, how did we keep food safe? And think about it like this. If I was a farmer, right? So, all right, farm my crops, animals, or vegetables, fruit, whatever it is. So remember, I put up food for the year for my family. Well, as you know, most food, as we know, we leave it out for a while. We come back in a few days, it begins to spoil, right? So that was one of the things when you think about curing foods. How can I preserve this so I can eat this later, right? So I think of some modern ones. I remember like when I was 13, my grandmother had me help her can apricots. We had an apricot tree. So I remember canning apricots. Then she got into this thing where she wanted some pears canned and green beans. So I actually learned how to can goods. And if you don't know what that means in the mason jars. You guys seen those glass mason jars with the little lids and stuff? So that was an old way people here in the U.S. put up food, okay? But just think about it like this. So suppose you have cattle, okay? Let me just go there. If, in fact, I kill a cow today, it's going to feed my family and my close family, right? Well, after, with no refrigeration, let's make it be the middle of July at that, okay? Hot. How do I preserve this food that it's not spoiled or rotten the next day? I would have to figure out how to cure it or preserve it, right? Yeah. So some things are preserved with salt. Yeah. The Jamaicans have this thing called saltfish, which is actually codfish, but salted heavily, and it preserves it. So when they go back to use it, they have to soak it to use it. Okay. So watch this. Here's another preservation method, and some people mistake it with a cooking method. But I'm sure your instructor will get into that with you when you guys get in the kitchen. Like some foods are smoked for preservation. Others are smoked for flavor. Okay, so think back to your sanitation class when they were talking about that you have to have a variance from the health department if you were smoking food like that. That was one of the things it was talking about. If I'm going to preserve food or do something like that, I had to have that variance. So that would have been coming from the garde manger side in the curing of foods as well, guys. Okay? So, oh yeah, one more thing. So, you know, when we think of soups, right? Because those of you that did your soups and stocks, all the soups we did were hot, right? You made the cream of broccoli, the split pea soup. You guys did oh shoot, with the shellfish and stuff. The bisque, right? The bisque. Those were all hot soups. But please know that there's something called cold soup. I mean, literally served cold, right? Vichyssoise, which is leeks and potato. The borscht, right? Those are cold soups, and I think you have to prepare those. So that's interesting, okay? Now, with that said, also, let me think. I know I'm forgetting something. Well, I don't know what it is. So with that said, you guys, let's make sure that you get those homework assignments done. And this is relatively easy. Try not to put stuff off to the end. Also, please watch the videos that are posted. So there's a mayo video that's been posted. Okay, watch that because most of you made mayo before. Remember that all that whisking you had to do, all the whisking you had to do. But anyway, watch that video, okay? And also, there's a video for each day that you're going to watch with some type of lesson, okay? Not for me, but that comes off the internet. So that's it. Really easy, guys. Just do these little few questions. It's all good. Once again, if you have any questions, contact us. You know how to do that. Have a great day.